You're telling me that it's 2021 and I can still barely fit my hand inside of a Pringles can? Really? That was a stupid intro, but anyway, Bo Burnham's Inside dropped today on Netflix, and I've been quite excited for this special because Bo Burnham, I would consider one of my favorite comedians. Ironically, like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that, I watched both of his specials, and I didn't even know this one was coming out, and I didn't like watch those for this reason, but I watched them, and I love them. Even like when I first watched them, I really enjoyed them, but I've just gone back and listened to the songs over and over again, and the jokes and everything, to the point where I've actually bumped up the ratings on Letterboxd just more and more and more, and I do kind of want to go back and rewatch them again because they are great. But how was this special? Well, it's been about 5 years since he quit live stand-up or live performances basically, and he addressed it a tiny bit in this one, but I've also watched an interview because he used to get panic attacks on stage and it was just too much, and obviously he went on to make the amazing 8th Grade. He was in Promising Young Woman. I thought he was really great in that movie, and now he's back. He shot this over the course of quarantine basically. He said in it that it took him a year to film it. He wrote it, shot it, performed in it, and edited it all himself, and yeah, it's really great. A lot of people are probably wondering, is it as good as the other ones? And yeah, like there's a lot of parts of it that I think are definitely on par with the other ones. The songs are amazing. And this one's actually about 30 minutes longer than the other ones. And there are times where it can dip a little bit in quality, but there's so much here that it kind of just blew my mind that he did this all himself. Something I've always really respected about Bo Burnham is just his creativity and how he's able to kind of show what's going on in his mind, you know, through lighting, through, you know, stage direction, everything, through his voice, everything like that. And I mean, he sounds amazing here. The final song here, like the closing song, his vocals are possibly the best I've heard from him. And this show actually has more songs than the other ones, not only because it's longer, at least I think it seemed like that, but because it's not so much stand-up comedy with songs. It's more songs with little moments of comedy, if that makes sense. And obviously the songs are comedic songs and they are great. I honestly couldn't even tell you what my favorite Bo Burnham special is anymore. Like they're all really close to each other, but this one, there was something so personal about it. And I read a few Letterboxd reviews from some of the people I follow, and they're saying that this is Bo Burnham's magnum opus basically, and I can also kind of see that. Like, this isn't my favorite of his shows, but it is fantastic, and I put major respect on him for making it. Returning to this game after 5 years is kind of crazy, and he's one of my favorite comedians, and it kind of just blew my mind that he still has it. Right from the opening, you know what you're in for, and just the songs, you know, what he's really good at and what you come to expect. But I really enjoy this, and that it starts off as all this happy stuff, like for example, talking about, you know, what the world is like is one of like the first, second or third song, and I think it's like the second or third song here, and he has like a little puppet thing and it's all happy, and then the puppet starts talking, and then it's like genocide, war, all this is the world is made on blood, everything like that. So it like takes a turn, but I really enjoy that. And another one of my favorite songs here was White Woman's Instagram. I thought that was probably my favorite comedic song here. I'd say it's between that one and the final song, but there's also a song that he actually does on guitar here, which I was really happy to see, because I don't think he's done that live, or at least like not of the two specials. Obviously he's done it live, but you know, that's kind of a throwback to his original stuff. And he says in it, oh yeah, I can't really sing, I can't really play the guitar, and then he starts and I'm like, come on man. But there's something about this special that I think the other ones don't have as much of. It's this whole like personal feeling, you know, we are trapped in one room with Bo Burnham the entire time, and there are even times where it does kind of get more so dramatic in a way, and not just funny dramatic. Like, yes, there are times where he jokes about like suicide and stuff, and you know, he's done that before, but here there's times where you really feel, and there's something about Bo Burnham that I really connect with, because this guy started off with making content in his room all the time as I knock over the Pringles can, and I mean, what am I doing right now? What do I do every single day? I sit at my desk here in my room and make content and hope for people to watch and hope for people to enjoy, and that's something that he's done. So there's a part of me, I'm getting chills talking about this, there's that part of me that it feels special, and it almost feels like it's made for me. And you know, obviously it isn't made for me, it's made for millions of people, and millions of people will be watching this, and millions of people love him, but I don't know, there's some like heart to this that I really enjoy, and the lighting holy shit, the lighting is amazing here. Like, he does it all himself, obviously, and you see him, like, as he's performing, you'll see him, like, tap on a pedal, and then he'll change the light, tap on it again, it'll go to this side, so a shadow will be here, the shadow will be here, everything like that. And then, of course, he's filming out, like, a few cameras at once, but, like, one main one he talks about. And, of course, you know, the song production quality is amazing. It always has been. Like, you know, Sad is, like, probably his biggest song. It's my favorite song by him. It is amazing. I love that song so much. I listen to it all the time. I met a homeless man named Rich. Isn't that terrible? Oh, it's amazing. But Bo Burnham, obviously, for this one, really took some time, really discovered what he wanted here, and of course, he's very self-aware. He addresses that here. It's been addressed in, I think, all of them, where he's very self-aware. He'll just cut straight to the next joke, in this one, literally with an edit. And then in the other ones, he'll be like, yeah, here's a terrible segue into the next joke and stuff. So he's really self-aware, and I think his shows benefit from that. I think that this one is quite brilliant. You wouldn't really expect to say, you know, a comedian show is brilliant, but this one is quite fantastic. Bo Burnham's Inside was amazing to me. I just think it's a brilliant show overall. It showcases some of his best songs, and just all the writing he does is unbelievable. The fact that he did this all himself blows my mind. He's a massive inspiration to me. And Bo, if you're watching, or if anyone who knows him is watching, thank you for this. This means a lot to me. I'm gonna give Bo Burnham's Inside a 4 out of 5. There are maybe a few times where it dips in quality just a bit, but not really that much. I mean, it's an hour and a half and it entertained me throughout. There's a lot of parts where he kind of attacks modern things. You know, he reacts to the song he just did, and then it loops and loops and loops, and he's reacting to himself, reacting to it, reacting to that, and it's really smart. Or he starts doing like gameplay of himself, and he's just like crying in it, and I don't know. I found it really entertaining, and I do highly recommend it if you're a fan of Bo Burnham. But if you haven't watched any Bo Burnham shows, start with What, go to Make Happy, and then watch this one. They're all on Netflix. They're all great. And what do you think of Bo Burnham? What is your favorite special by him? What is your favorite song? Tell me all that in the comments down below. And once again, I do have merch. It is linked down below. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out. Also, Bo, keep the long hair. It looks great.